Hello, and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has now reached the lower end of the box. Basically is very close to breaking support, but support is still holding. The wave count to the downside can be still considered a three-wave move down. So this is still a potential A, B, C structure in which the C wave was 1, 2, 3, a small 4, which is not great, and a wave 5. But it is a possible ABC structure to the downside. And we have also reached support, and we're still holding support. Standard targets for a C wave. And we're holding standard support for the wave 2. So as I said in the previous video, as long as we are holding and hold these support levels and we don't get a decisive break below the 106,495 level, the yellow count has a chance, and I can continue to see this as a so-called 1-2-1-2 setup, which means we have 5 waves up in wave 1 and a wave 2. We have 5 waves up in wave 1 and wave 2. But this is not clearly a 5-wave move, so it's not great. But anyway, this is still a plausible bullish scenario, but only as long as this support area is holding. So again, we're at a key spot, which makes this the perfect time to record an update. Please note that the formal invalidation point for the second 1-2 setup is the $105,377 level. By the way, if you have no idea what a 1-2 setup is, I do record regularly educational videos on this channel here as well. There's a beginner playlist, and also on our MCO Global channel, the main channel, which is linked in the video description. There is one of the recent videos explains what 1-2 setups are, right? I just can't repeat it in every single video, but it might help you to understand the analysis better. Yeah, and the question is, what would be a first signal that a low is in? Well, early signal would be a break above this last high, which I've labeled wave 4. So here at around 108K, that level needs to be broken. Before we break above that level, I wouldn't even start to think about a low is in, okay? Question is, what would happen if we really break below the red line? Break support and break below the red line. The break below support will already indicate we are going to break below the red line. Again, that's the formal invalidation point. What would happen then? Well, most likely we're going to target the blue zone below, between 99,261 and $96,767 next, because this is an ideal target for a C wave. Yeah, that's the white count. That's the short-term bearish count. So in this case, as you know, the A wave topped in May. We have an initial A wave down off the B wave. We have a B wave up, and then we can calculate a basic target for the C wave to the downside. And these C waves often reach the 100% extension. So this would be the short-term bearish scenario, but the price needs to break below the red line to confirm it further. I will keep scanning for, let's say, alternative scenarios, other bullish counts. There is one more bullish count I could offer, but it's speculative, and it would mean that wave 1 only just finished as a 3-wave move, and we're entering a larger wave 2, and then we rally without going down to 99K, but this is not a scenario I would necessarily find very likely, okay? Because then the wave 1 to the upside is a 3-wave move, and yeah, it would not be the most likely scenario until we see further evidence for it. But I can tell you that if we get a break below the red line, my view will probably be, best I can tell you now, that we are going to see the market dip to 99,260. Yeah, but I will then have an alternative bullish count with another support area, okay, for an alternative bullish count in which wave 1 is a 3-wave move, and then we can still track a wave 2 pullback, just that all of this was the wave 1, which is obviously not clear, because this means wave 1 was a 3-wave move. These are not good setups, at least not clear, but they can play out. Okay, so there will be a support area that we can still observe, but overall, none of that changes the overall context, which I explained in today's video about the daily chart. So I think for now, the focus for today remains here on this key area. Yeah, good reward to risk ratio. I mean, this is ideally where the bulls would show up if this is going to turn into something. So yeah, very, very important time to upload a video. That should give you everything you need to know for now. I'll keep you updated, obviously. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you are interested in additional updates, setups, and much more mindset content, feel free to join us on X as well. There's a link in the description. Today I'll publish a video here on X for a coin that some of you guys have asked for on X. Need to see which one it is because we asked you guys for your opinions. So I'm going to filter that, but that video will only be published on X. So again, check it out. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.